Neno hili si hivyo.
Mambo ni matatu.
TIFA today released the results of their latest opinion polls. And those results are actually shocking. Because according to TIFA, the support for broad-based government has actually doubled from 22% in May to 44% in November. Personally, I tend to agree with those results. What about you? But the other findings is what has shocked me the most. Because according to the same opinion poll, 67% of Kenyans, mark that, 67% of Kenyans feels that economically they are worse since 2022. And only 22% feels they are better, and 16% are feeling the same. So you have a situation where 67% of Kenyans are saying that you are economically worse than before William Ruto took over. But now they're supporting the broad-based government. But listen, the same opinion poll is revealing that 68% of Kenyans feels that the country is headed in the wrong direction. 68% that Kenya is headed in the wrong direction. But we are talking of the approval for the broad-based has doubled. And they're saying only 17% feels that the country is headed in the right direction. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think the approval for the broad-based government has increased? Let me explain to you guys why I also believe that the approval has increased. Let me take you to a post which was done by a gentleman called Wahome Thuku, because Wahome Thuku has always been one of the people who are opposed to broad-based government. As a matter of fact, Wahome Thuku is known to be a proponent of one-term movement. This is what Wahome Thuku posted. I have heard this from 1 million people independently. They no longer care about William Ruto getting 2 terms. They will not vote for him, but they are no longer so determined to make him one-term president. The reason is because removing Ruto has stopped being a national initiative and a patriotic goal. It is now a personal desire. The people can see through the new one-term mantra. I will tell you a story. We are waiting for that story. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think the ratings of the broad-based government has increased while the country is actually headed in the wrong direction? While economically we are doing worse than we were in 2027. That's exactly what I want to analyze in this video. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the first reason why I strongly believe that the approval of broad-based government has increased is because of the failure by the opposition to sustain the anti-William Ruto narrative. You see, every Kenyan was singing one term at some point. That has suddenly stopped. You'd go to a club and everybody would sing one term. As a matter of fact, in Mount Kenya, and this is the truth, in Mount Kenya, very few leaders who were supporting William Ruto would even go to the ground, because the ground became so hostile for them. But today, that's not the case. They have failed to sustain the anti-William Ruto narrative. And that is the biggest undoing. As a matter of fact, if you go to the mountain today, according to TIFA, only 11% are supporting the broad-based government. 85% are not. That's a huge difference. But Wahome is now suggesting that one term is no longer a national duty the way it was several months ago. So that's number one. Number two, the Gen Z protest has also led to this. Allow me to explain. When the Gen Zs stormed parliament, They wanted to achieve some objectives. They were stopped. But the government was shaken. Up to today, the government is still shaken. Why? Because the Gen Zs raised some legitimate questions. So what did they do? The government went ahead and tried to fix some of the mistakes which they were being accused of. For example, most cabinet ministers at that time were showing extravagance. So most people associated the extravagance with corruption. Today, you no longer see those cabinet secretaries with extravagance. So they simply stopped being extravagant. But what about corruption? It's still there. They tried to listen to some of the issues these guys raised and patched them, some of them. And therefore, if you are attacking William Ruto for not doing A, B, C, D, he tried to fix A, B, C, D. One of them was this issue of housing fund, of course, and also SHA. SHA was not working. Today, if you speak or if you talk to many people, they will tell you SHA is working. The other day, you guys helped us raise funds for the baby, Tyler, who passed on the other day. We buried him. He was in Avenue for several weeks, ICU for several days, then transferred to Russia. When he passed on, the bill in Russia was around 500 and something thousand. SHA paid close to 300. So it's very difficult to convince people now that SHA is not working because it was not working, but now they have fixed it and people have used it and people are feeling it. The housing, people are buying them. As much as there's a lot of questions, but people are buying them. So approval rating is increasing because the Gen Zs exposed this government and the government has been trying so hard to fix some of those issues. And that's why sometimes I advise politicians, especially the one I advise, that it's even too early to start poking holes on the opponent. Because if you want to become a member of parliament and your MP is not building schools and you start attacking him over that, for example, in a specific area, there's a school there. What he will do is that he will just wait for the next financial year and he will fix it. And therefore, next year, what will you do? Nothing. Number 3, and this is the main cause, and this is basically what Wahome Thuku was trying to suggest. Rigathi Gachagwa's brand of politics has messed up the opposition completely. Rigathi is very popular. He's able to communicate well. He's the right medicine to tackle William Ruto. Unfortunately, he has this divisive attribute. It's not in terms with Matiang'i. The other day when they went to Jirongo's home, you realize Matiang'i was not there. They hardly share podium or a place. He has attacked Didi Nyoro. He has declared that Nairobi is for the mountain. So it's scaring people. It's causing division and scaring people from the broad-based government. I mean, it's scaring people and stopping people from supporting the united opposition. And that's the reality. And because of that reality, there's a fear, which brings me to my 4th point. There's the fear that William Ruto might actually win a second term. So most people are trying now to align with William Ruto. I want to give you the case of Mount Kenya. You see, when Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, he became very popular. With the time, we started seeing Kenya Kwanza and William Ruto starting to make moves in Mount Kenya. As we speak, they won in Mbere. And that was the momentum they needed. So today, you can easily see Mount Kenya leaders, just like the other day you saw them when Kindiki met them. Several of them coming public to show that us, you are with Kindiki. So it means they know that William Ruto is going to win. They can say, okay, for us, we are going to lose our seats, but the president is going to win. That fear is what is changing the mind of most Kenyans, that if these guys could win against Raila and Uhuru, what about these guys? And lastly, Raila Odinga's death is also the main reason why this rating has actually shot up. That is a fact. When Raila Odinga died, most Kenyans were not happy with him, especially from the mountain, from other places, that he betrayed the cause of the agencies. When Raila Odinga died, the country mourned. And then the narrative that, for example, in Nyanza here, the narrative is now that Raila left us in broad-based government. That's the narrative around. And if you confirm, indeed, Raila was supporting broad-based government. The other people who are opposed to Ruto because of Raila is no longer there. So because of that, the approval has increased. So I don't know what they'll do, but as we speak, only 44%. Only 44%, which means the other 56% are either undecided or opposed to it. So if we were to go to polls today, 44% of Kenyans will say William Ruto and broad-based government. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. If you have any opinion, let me know in the comment section. Till next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.